Son of former army sergeant during the colonial era, the late Ben Moide, who was also a pioneer rugby league player, Father Moide's love for rugby league initially played an influential role in the lives of his boys, John, Daroa, Lohia, and Arua, who carried on their dad's legacy to this day. Arua was the last Moide to retire from actively playing in early 2000, but dedicated his time to the game in the assistant coach and trainer roles. Arua's passion to mentor and groom up young boys were his main motivating factors, which led him to put his hand up for the head coach role of his iconic village club, Hanuabada Hawks, inspiring the youth in his community. After last week's loss to Royals, Coach Arua said though it was quite disappointing to bow out the way they did, he praised his boys for a remarkable season, recording 9 wins. He said complacency took the better of them, losing 5 consecutive games leading to the finals, and had to be content with the 4th place at the end of the regular round.
I'm disappointed, but game is a game, one has to win, one has to lose. I thought we had them, but then it slipped off again. But to come this far, I pretty much want to thank the boys, especially when you're working around development areas, and I thought they were best. They were on the game today. But we started off winning 9 straight, which was pretty, a bit of history for the club. And then we found ourselves in a hole where complacency crept in. And then we had to lose 5 straight, and we found ourselves 4th place heading into the knockout, which was pretty tough. And then we had to fight back from 4th place and to come this far, finishing 3rd. Like I said, disappointed, but I thought Royals were a better team today.
Bitterly disappointed with the loss to Royals, but then again said Royals were the better side on the day. On a positive note, Arua was impressed with several of his development players, mainly his pair of wingers, adding that with son Tommy Moide and fellow HB veteran Patrick Moria still around, the influence will certainly rub off on the young boys.
And it's a learning curve for them, and they're pretty disappointed. But I kept telling them, it's a learning curve for you, and you'll only get better if you stay close to players around. And like Tommy will still be around, and Patrick will still be around. So I'm happy that my development program is kicking at a pace where I don't expect.
Before dropping the bombshell about his exit from coaching, Moide apparently made his intention known to the club during the team's bonding before the game. He said though it was a tough decision to make after spending 3/4 of his life in the game, he felt the time was right to walk away from the game and focus more on family.
Last night when we had our meeting, I officially said this was going to be my last. I've spent my entire life in football, I played with you, played together, and for me to, almost 3/4 of my life I've been involved in football, and for me to walk away and for you to say, are you going to come back? Pretty tough, but I've made my decision. My wife is pretty much happy with my decision, and I think I'll stick to that. But I'm happy because I'm handing responsibility over to people I've built up, and I can only do as far as advise them from the side, but I'm happy where I am.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.